Hari Om friends, this is Chandra B. Iyer again from KACC Kalamandiram Arts and Crafts classes. Yes, friends, in the last class we learned to color a beautiful and graceful peacock feather in square tetradic color scheme. We also admired the painting of Goa beach created by my little big friend in rectangle tetradic color scheme quite unknowingly, but that was real fun. Friends, my little child artist and her team want me to teach to draw a peacock feather once again in a very simple method and language as she had requested. Please teach us as you would teach little big girls and little big boys for us to understand easily, and not very big boys and very big girls like how you teach daily. Okay, आपकी हुक्म सराखों पर means as you say, Your Highness. I have a quarter imperial size paper here, cartridge paper. You may use your sketchbook or an A4 size paper, left to you. I have a 10B Artline pencil, domes eraser, white eraser, and also a small black sketch pen. Let's keep this eraser far away for the present. We will use it only when it is necessary. Let's get straight to the point. I shall use very simple language as per your request, little friend, like how we name the parts of our body: eyes, ears, nose, mouth, tongue, etc. We'll not get into technical languages, don't worry. First, draw a long, graceful line like this. It is called a stem or a shaft. This one. Okay. Now, create a double line on it. Broader below, going narrower above. From the stem emerge thin branches like these, which are called as loose knit barbs. Now draw a big dewdrop like this, dewdrop shape. You may call it a spear shape, like how our friend god Murugan has a spear, you can see, in his hand. He also has a peacock behind, you can see a peacock. Lord Subramania alias Murugan. So you can draw a spear shape. You may call it a spade also. If you have seen this shape like a spade here in a pack of cards. Now you got it. Once this stem is done, double line also is done. Let's draw the eye pattern first, because we have to go step by step. This is the eye pattern. I will take it slightly below. First you draw an inverted heart. Heart usually has a sharp edge here. If you invert it, it will be something like this. Then we have to blend this. Okay, here you may use your eraser, I don't mind. So inverted heart with a slight curve behind. Heart should be always protected. So draw an oblong like shape, not oval, not circle. How will you draw? Draw a wide capital U, U for umbrella. Now join the edges with a horizontal line. Now blend these ends. Yes, you got it. So this area protects your heart, right? You may mention it as pupil also or heart. Now draw an oval shape around it. Again draw this spear shape or spade shape, or you may call it dewdrop. Draw a double line to it. Here is where you get close knit bobs, means like how you sit very close with your friend and family members. These lines are very close to each other. That's why they are called as close knit bobs. This much is over. Now it is clear that the eye portion, eye pattern has 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see first one is the pupil, which you drew as an inverted heart. And you rubbed the sharp end and you made it blunt, slightly curved. Then you drew this oblong capital U, wide capital U. Afterwards you drew this oval shape. Then you drew this spear shape, spear, spade or dewdrop. You may call it whatever you want. Then you drew a double line to it. Okay. Now it is clear that you have 1, then 2, then 3 and 4 parts to the eye. You first decide how wide you want the feather to be. Simple language, I will say feather. How wide do you want it to be? Here you can see it's going from wide to narrow. Unless you crop it. If you don't have much space in your paper, if your paper is very small, then you can imagine you have cut it or cropped it. Okay. So if you have lot of space, take a big paper, no problem. Then you can draw it wider, from wide to narrower. Then draw all these loose bobs. Okay, from here, graceful lines. And above the eye pattern also, see this diagram number 3. You can find bobs here. I'll keep it like this for you to see. These are continued here. These are also loose bobs. Only here in the eye pattern you find very closely knit bobs, right? Now some of the loose bobs you just overlap some of them for them to look very realistic and natural. So there are some thorn like texture on the stem on both sides and also throughout this feather, even on loose ends, see loose bobs, and also here you can find them. Bobs you may create some textures here and there. It takes so much time for us. How much time Mother Goddess must have given to create this beautiful feather. Imagine this line of this eye pattern, inside the eye pattern, it is a continuous line. Actually from the stem it goes straight like this. We feel that each and every part is different. No, it is a continuous line. You can't see it with your naked eye. You can only see it with a magnifying glass. So what we'll do is we will rub it slightly, very slightly. In fact, if you rub the entire line from inside the pupil, it will be better. you have a rough idea that this line is there in the center. Then you can give these lines like this, close knit bobs, okay, on both sides, here also, everywhere. You can start from this point also, from this point. As I said, it is a continuous one. But when will you draw these lines? If it is only drawing, you draw now. If you are going to color it, first color, finish coloring, let it get dried. Then with a dark color, avoid black, dark Prussian blue, mix with green you can take. Then draw these lines. Once these are over, again check if you have forgotten to give texture. Once it is completed, you can tell yourself, done. Yes, I have drawn a peacock feather. Wow, that's great. Now, why did I advise you to draw a graceful line like this? If you draw a straight line, see, this is quite straight. But if you draw it very straight, the stem, it will look as though you are standing in your PT drill class. I always put an ohm there. First, draw a border. Always draw a border. You may draw your stem. I am comfortable drawing from top to bottom. Let it continue a bit here. Later we can draw it. Now draw your dewdrop or spade. Now let's rub this. Yes. Now draw your inverted heart. Now ends, do make it like a petal. Like how in petals you create these tips. Then you draw this fortified wall which protects this pupil or heart of yours. See, you can see this here. Afterwards, you draw your oval shape. How will you draw an oval? Yes, like this. Got it? Then again you draw a double line for this. Final boundary. You have to create, as I had explained, these are closely knit bobs. Afterwards you get these loose bobs, they come like this above it. You have to take your drawing slightly below. Like these, you can see these. They are also loose bobs. Now this, from here, this goes like capital V. From here, remember two letters. This is like a U, wide U, and this is like capital V. These lines also follow here. Now draw two guidelines from here to here. First you have to decide how wide you want it to be. Okay, now you want it to be only this much wide, draw like this. Or if you want it to be wider, like this, then you draw guidelines. Like these are called guidelines. From wide to narrower. Now draw these loose bobs. You may draw them straight, but if you draw them anything with curved lines, they will look very graceful. Now these barbs don't start crop up at the same point. Some are above, some are below. You can see. This is above, this is below. You can see this is above, this is below. Okay. So we will draw it slightly like how in leaves, veins of leaves you would have observed. The point where these emerge, all these barbs. Now draw a double line for each. You can start from top. How do you draw? They are narrower towards the end and broader here. Broad to narrow. Like this. Broad to narrow. At times they are of even thickness. In case you have cropped them, crop the edges. Otherwise they will go broad to thin like this. Fun. Now let's discuss the color. Color of the pupil. You can see above it is dark blue. In simple language I am saying. Then you can find blue purple or you can call it violet. Then red purple here. Right? And this I told you to draw like petals, these ends. Then you can see this portion has blue also, green also. So first you may apply blue, then afterwards a bit of green on it. Then this oval that you see has a copper color. Now what is copper? Copper colors are available ready-made nowadays with gum mixed on it. This is copper, you can see, but we can use brown color here, brown, this portion. So after that, this portion you can see purple above here. See here, above here you can see red purple and inside also you can see red purple. So a bit of red purple here. Again this final line you can find it green here like this, green. Now you can see that this green and this green are different, slightly different. In your own language you can say light green and dark green, as simple as that. Here you will not keep it just white, it will be off white. And you can also draw this thorn like texture here in light yellow color or very light brown color, right? All these colors in the frock of my little friend, child artist friend. With her permission I am displaying it to you. You can see these patterns. They look so much like a peacock feather. You can see these patterns. All these colors are seen here. Fashion designers and textile designers, they'll be very happy. Your science teacher also will be very happy to know that you are learning something which is related to his or her subject. Also your art teacher. So friends, you have understood that the eye has 4 parts and you have understood these are loose knit barbs. These lines above the eye pattern are also called as loose knit barbs, which go like this. And here is the portion where you get close knit barbs with all these 4 parts in it. And you know that it has texture throughout starting from the stem. Once you have finished drawing, you may start coloring using the colors which I have mentioned. Over? Happy? Before you leave, are you forgetting something? Yes. If you like this video, please give a like, hit the bell button and subscribe to our channel KACC Creator for it's different, unique and very genuine, and you know that you may take the help of your parents to follow my request. What? You already know. Oh, is it so? Very good. So all of your experts. In that case, please complete my request. Okay, remember, like, bell button and subscribe to KACC Creator. This much you remember. What else should you do? So practice drawing this peacock feather again and again. On weekends, visit zoos with your family members so you may enjoy feasting your eyes looking at beautiful peacocks in the zoo. Okay, little big girls and little big boys who are child artists. That's all for now. Meet you again in the next video. Till then, Shubha Dinam.